Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I want to share something that could transform how you approach prospecting and ultimately how successful you become in building meaningful client relationships. Today, we're talking about understanding your ideal prospect. And trust me, getting this right is the difference between spinning your wheels and building a thriving business. The sweet spot: owner-operated businesses. Let's start with the foundation. The prospects who will value our services most are companies run by their owners. Picture this: someone who wears every hat in their business. They're the salesperson, the project manager, the customer service rep, and often the person doing the actual work. These are your solo entrepreneurs, and they're gold. Why? Because when we deliver results for them, they don't see it as just another metric on a dashboard. They see it as money directly in their pocket. It's personal. It's their livelihood we're impacting, and that makes all the difference in how they value what we do. A word of caution: avoid the corporate maze. Now, here's something crucial I need you to remember. Stay away from large corporations with VPs of sales and marketing. I know it might seem tempting. Bigger company, bigger budget, right? Wrong. These internal executives often become your biggest obstacle. They're protecting their territory, worried that your success might make them look bad. Their insecurity becomes your roadblock. And frankly, we don't need that kind of drama. The magic question: lead generation investment. Here's where things get interesting. There's one question you absolutely must ask every prospect. What do you currently spend to generate leads? This question is pure gold because it opens up the entire conversation about value. Most businesses with websites have some form of lead capture, maybe a contact form, a newsletter sign-up, or a lead magnet download. During your conversations, dig into their current lead generation efforts. What's their cost per lead? More importantly, what's the lifetime value of a customer? This lifetime value becomes your benchmark. It's the measuring stick that helps prospects understand the true value of what we're offering. The hidden costs of DIY prospecting. Here's something fascinating that happens in almost every conversation. A prospect will tell me, "We don't spend money on cold calling or prospecting." But when I ask them to explain, they reveal that they pay salespeople to do the prospecting. This is your golden opportunity to reframe their thinking. While their salesperson is making cold calls, they're not closing deals. They're not nurturing existing customers. They're not generating revenue. What's the real cost of having your highest paid team members doing the lowest level work? We can make up to 10,000 calls per day, in English or Spanish, collecting valuable data and feeding it into a comprehensive database. Electronic transcriptions are available for review. Why pay a salesperson thousands of dollars to make a handful of calls when you can get exponentially more outreach for a fraction of the cost? The solo entrepreneur, your perfect client. Let me paint a picture of your ideal prospect. They're what we call seller doers. Entrepreneurs who must sell their services, deliver them, manage their finances, deal with vendors, and handle employees all by themselves. They have little to no formal sales training, and honestly, they're just hoping customers will somehow find them. These business owners may or may not have a website. If they don't, that presents an additional opportunity to showcase our web development capabilities alongside our AI employee services. They desperately need more revenue because every dollar of increased income goes straight to their bottom line, their personal income. The emotional relief factor. Here's something that goes beyond just the financial benefits. For many solo entrepreneurs, the thought of cold calling fills them with dread. It's often the task they avoid, the thing that keeps them up at night. When you can offer to eliminate that burden entirely, you're not just providing a business service, you're offering emotional relief and peace of mind. Our systems give these entrepreneurs something they haven't had in a long time: hope. Hope that they can grow their business without sacrificing their sanity. Hope that they can compete with larger companies. Hope that their dreams of business growth aren't just fantasies. The perfect storm of benefits. When you put it all together, our services create the perfect storm of benefits for solo entrepreneurs. We save them time they desperately need. We help them make more money, which directly impacts their quality of life. We help them grow their business, which fulfills one of their deepest professional ambitions. And we do it all without the political landmines you'd find in larger organizations. Your path forward. So as you go out there and start identifying prospects, remember this profile. Look for the business owner who's doing everything themselves. Look for someone who understands the value of a dollar because every dollar matters to their personal success. Look for someone who's open to new solutions because they're feeling the pain of trying to do everything alone. These are the clients who will not just buy your services, they'll become your biggest advocates. They'll refer others because our success becomes their success story. Remember, we're not just selling a service. We're offering a lifeline to entrepreneurs who are drowning in the day-to-day demands of running a business. We're giving them the tools to not just survive, but to thrive and grow. Thank you for your attention. And as always, I wish you good luck and good selling. Now go out there and find those perfect prospects who are just waiting for someone like you to help them transform their business.